During one of the prime up stages of this car where I had to do a little bit of spot priming, I had a mask off inside the door, and I think I must have pressed a little bit too hard on the door, and this part ended up chipping just a little bit of paint just off through here. So yeah, I'm just going to have to do a little bit of a blow in just in through here, and yeah, hopefully I can get that one sorted out. I'm just heating the shed up now, that's what that noise is. Hopefully that can get the shed warm enough. Hopefully it stays warm enough. Alright, base coat's on. That went on alright. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just trying to get some heat back in here again, and I'll get some clear on. Chin's getting a little bit warmer. I like to warm up my clears just so so you're not putting cold materials on, because I find they flash off a little bit quicker when you go a little bit of temp in them. So yes, panel temp's still pretty cold. I've noticed sort of even when you can get the temperature up to about 40, I mean it's just under 30 now. When I started painting it was 40 degrees, and within putting the first coat of base coat on, it was back down to 25. So I think I'm going to have to look into something else before I sort of paint the shell. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I don't think that's the be all and end all. I think that's the saying. I don't know. It's a little bit frustrating because I mean it all costs money, but it's a learning experience, I suppose. If you guys want to tell me what you guys have done in this situation, I'd be more than willing to listen. But yeah, I think I might just have to grit my teeth and bear it, I reckon. Alright, so that's this one I've done. Pretty happy with that. It's come up looking alright, I reckon. For a little bit of a touch up, a few little bits of something or other landing in the top there, but it's underneath the scuff plate, so I won't worry too much about that. The blend up here has come out looking okay for when I blended the clear in, so I'll just do a little bit of hand polishing just in that little spot, and yeah, I think that'll probably do it for this one. Pretty happy with how that's turned out. Can't see where I've been, so it's all good. Okay, so here's the rust that we're going to be repairing today on this lower quarter panel of my HZ Holden. As you can see, there's just a few little holes. Nothing really too major, but we're still going to have to make a pretty decent sized patch. Not massive, like we're not going to be replacing the whole quarter panel or anything like that. We'll probably just make up something that comes from about here to around to here, so make something fairly simple. But yeah, I'll show you guys how we do that. I've given myself a few little reference marks, just one there and one there, and then that will give me somewhere to line up my paper with, and then I can start making the template of the patch panel. So we have our paper template. That's pretty well done. Just do a little bit more trimming off that, and I'll show you guys a little trick. Never have your patch panel come into a big point like this. Always try and give it a smooth radius. That way, when you do your welding, because what will happen is, naturally these panels are going to want to pull in, and when they come to a corner like this, they're going to be pulling in two different directions. So what will end up happening is you'll have your low spots here, and then because it's pulling in both directions, it will then raise up this area, and it will cause you a whole lot of grief. So always radius your panels somewhere through there, if you can. Obviously, if you're doing a full lower quarter panel, you would just go straight all the way across, but for this one, we're just doing a small patch, and yeah, that's just my little tip for you guys. Alright, so I've got that one sort of folded up. That one's pretty well right. This one obviously needs to be hammered over a little bit more. I ended up just doing that in the pan brake. If you don't have a pan brake or any type of folder, you can just do it in the vise. Obviously it's just going to take you a little bit longer, and you probably won't get it as quite as accurate. If you haven't seen these before, these are clecos. Basically what it is basically just a pop rivet. You drill your 1/8 hole, and you've got these pliers here. Bang him on there, give him a squeeze, and yeah, that's him out. So yeah, they're really helpful for obviously just lining up your panels again, getting them in the same spot every single time. Something like that. It's a bit hard with one hand, but you get that. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. What I'll probably end up doing is, probably seeing these lines right here, I'm going to give that just a little bit more shape, or some shape at all, because yeah, at the moment that's just flat, and I have to match the profile of the wheel arch. So I'll do that first, and then once that's sort of fitting where I need it, I can then hammer this over a little bit more, and I'll get that fitting the correct shape. So now that one's all shaped up. We've got a bit of a wheel arch line just there going on. Might need a little bit of pushing and pulling around, and maybe a little bit more tapping just to sort of match up the shape a little bit better once it's actually cut to fit. But I like to leave that sort of until last, because I find, because you're sitting over the top of the patch panel already, it's always going to have a little bit of resistance, especially coming just off of a wheel arch lip anyway, so that's going to hold it up. So we'll get that one cut into place, and I'll show you guys a little bit of a trick so you can leave your clecos in until the last moment. So the lower quarter's all welded in now. It's come up all right. I haven't welded this joint yet just because I'm still going to be folding the wheel arch over, but I'm going to do that when I get the tubs in the car, so still a little while off that. Not sure what I'll do next as far as repairs go. Might look into replacing these seal panels, or at least get some replacements. Because, yeah, not that these are really the worst, but I'd like to at least replace them. And then maybe look at fabbing up some dog legs for this one. Because, yeah, apart from the bitter and hammer dolly work and filling in this area hole, this quarter panel's all rust free again, so... Oh, and I still have this little one back here to make a filler strip in. But that won't take long. I'll probably end up doing that when it's when I'm doing the final fitment of the quarter panel. So yeah, slowly getting there though. This is the part that I cut off, the lower quarter panel. So yeah, not the worst lower quarter panel rust that I've done on one of these, but it's you know, you can just see some of the join just through there. That's all pretty well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you don't mind me just harping on and you know, just saying thanks for all the support that you've given me so far. And if you do like what you see on the channel, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you around next time. Cheers.